What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Realistic Rumour. This is episode number 41, and as we look at the calendar for November, we face Brighton away, Victoria Pilsen at home in the Champions League, and then Bournemouth at home as we sit 14th in the table after 9 games. It's not been a great start, I'll be honest. 2 wins, 3 draws, 4 defeats, as we struggle to adapt to the Wednesday-Sunday lifestyle of a team playing in Europe. We need to adapt faster. We obviously want to be pushing for European spots in the league. As we face Brighton on the south coast for the first game of the episode, Brighton, you would have seen there 19th placed without a win, 4 draws, 5 defeats for the Seagulls. This is a must win. We make 9 changes from the side that beat Coventry at the end of last episode. We won that game on penalties in the Carabao Cup. Only Bella Kopchap and Talisca stay in the 11. And I just knew going into this game, Brighton obviously in the relegation zone right now, they're going to put all the men behind the ball and we would have to break them down, which I think is something we struggle with. I think we're more of a counter-attack side. We work with space in front of us. When we have to break down a team that's in front of us, that's when I struggle. And I think that showed in this game here. Not many chances. We forced their keeper Rushworth into a couple decent saves from Awoniyi and Isak. Henderson made a good save in the second half, which I'm pretty sure was the only save he had to make. Then Isak had this really good chance one-on-one about 10 minutes into the second half. It was saved. He should have been scoring that. That's not the first one-on-one he's missed this season as well. I know he has scored a few, but he's also missed a few. But then late into the game, we bring on Brennan Johnson, and the substitute would find Taiwo Awoniyi. Come on, get in. Awoniyi scores a 93rd minute winner as the away fans go crazy in the background. I really thought we were going to drop more points here. I was just trying to create anything I could, and Brighton were holding so strong. They were being stubborn. But in the 93rd minute, Phillips found Johnson, and both centre-backs got drawn to the Welshman, which left space in behind. Awoniyi drove into that space, and he did what he does so often, and that's score goals. He was the Golden Boot winner last season. He came second in the Golden Boot race in the season before. He has his goal, and what will be the winner for us on the South Coast is such a big win for us. His 6th goal in 10 games, and Taiwo would secure us the 3 points on the South Coast. Like I said, very, very important. We've had a rough start to the league this season, and I don't want to be caught in, I don't want to be caught in a midfield battle. I want to be up in that top 6-7 positions, battling for European football. Yes, we're in the Champions League this season, and the board want us to finish in the Champions League spots again because we did that last season. I honestly think that might be a bit unrealistic. I think we definitely overachieved last season, and now maybe we're feeling the effects of it, but the pressure's definitely on me because the board backed me financially and I spent about 150 million. So the squad is definitely good enough to be now competing for those European spots. We have to be up there. 12 points after 12 games is just, after 10 games in 12th place is just not good enough. But it's a step in the right direction as we win our opening game of the episode. Now, looking at the Champions League group, as we face Victoria Pilsen in game 2 of episode 41, we sit top of the Group A. 7 points from 3 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats. It's been an absolute dream of a journey in Europe. And if we are to beat Pilsen in this game, we'll be on 10 points with 2 games to go. And I think that'll be enough potentially to see us through this group, which is insane to think. We drew with Pilsen in match day 3, 1-1. It wasn't the worst result, even though they had lost their opening 2 games. Considering we beat Juventus and Leverkusen, I was still happy to take a point away from the Czech Republic. As we head into this game now, a win will be absolutely massive for us. We beat Leverkusen at home in our only other home Champions League game so far. We beat them 1-0 in what was a tight affair. Juventus we beat 2-1, and then we drew with Victoria Pilsen 1-0. So they've been very tight games, not many goals scored, which is weird for us this season. But we're also not conceding many as well, which I like as well. We make 4 changes as well from the side that beat Brighton. In come Soufal, Hummels, Niakate and Benjamin Farmer, obviously the hero from match day 1, scoring that incredible winner at the Allianz Stadium in Turin in the 90th minute. What a moment that was, and that really set us on the way in the Champions League. We then went on to beat Leverkusen at home and then draw with Pilsen. Well, The early chance of the game would fall to Maxime Lopez, the French midfielder who absolutely loves a shot on goal in the Champions League. By the way, he's not this attacker in the Prem. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure he's had more shots than any of our other players in this competition. Yet to find the back of the net, though, that one goes just wide. And then about 25 minutes in, Alexander Isak would go in to win the ball and he would stay down. And this did not look good. You know those ones where you just know it isn't good. The ref stopped the play and we would have to bring the Swede off. And, oh, God, if we lose our big striker, it doesn't look good. I'm scared that could be a season-ending injury there. Well, we'll have to wait to see at the end of the game. Brereton Diaz comes on in his place, the Chilean, who's obviously had not much game time this season with the arrival of Isak. He would actually get a chance here, 35 minutes in, and would bag our opening goal. And this was just sheer determination. Okay, he was rewarded for not giving up. His first shot blocked. It's then bobbling around. He then gets the ball just before the keeper puts it into the back of the net, and we lead 1-0. And as things stand, we're sat top with 10 points. What an incredible return that will be. Well, a few minutes left to go in the first half. Calvin Phillips with a lovely lofted ball over to Benjamin Farmer, who tries to bag again in this competition, but his shot is saved. The resulting corner is met by Talisca, but the Brazilian's header goes just wide. And then deep into injury time in the first half, Renan Lodi wins the ball in his own half, runs, and then runs some more before his shot is saved, and we couldn't get that elusive second goal in the first half. We would get a second goal in the second half, but a Awoniyi shot is, well, he's deemed to be offside. It was a nice finish from Taiwo, but the linesman has his flag up, and it remains 1. Just a couple minutes later, Soufal, the other fullback, would burst forward this time, finding Brereton Diaz. He has a simple pass to Awoniyi, who has an open goal, but the pass is behind the Nigerian. Oh, God, what a brilliant chance that is. We speed up time a little bit because we created another chance just a couple minutes later, and it's Awoniyi again, and he hits the post. And I'm beginning to think, all these wasted chances, we know that you get punished if you don't take your chances. And, well, Bassi forces Henderson into his first save of the game from a shot from a distance which was similar to where he scored in match day 3. Luckily, Henderson saves this time, and we see this game out. 1-0 victory against Pilsen. And we are 3 wins from 4 in the Champions League. I can't believe it. It's mad how much we're struggling in the league, but in the Champions League, we're smashing it. We're playing teams like Juventus and Bayer Leverkusen, and we're 3 wins from 4. 10 points on the board, no defeats. We've only conceded twice. We've won both our home games by a scoreline of 1-0. We now sit with, look at that, with a 4-point gap because Juventus and Leverkusen split their head-to-head, which was a good result for us. We now are 4 points clear of both of those sides. If we can avoid defeat against Juventus at home in match day 5, we will be in the knockout stages of the Champions League. Mental. As we see Isak's injury here, it's actually not too bad. Dislocated shoulder, he will be out for 2 months. That's a big 2 months he will be out for, especially a busy December period coming up. We will miss him for sure, but it could have been a lot worse, and I'm glad it wasn't. As we look at the table, going into our third and final game, we face Bournemouth, 1 point and 1 place ahead of us in the table, sat in 11th for the Cherries after their promotion from the Championship last season. We actually really don't have a good record against the Cherries. 2 defeats from 2. They beat us 4-3 at the City ground. David Brooks scored twice in the last 10 minutes and we lost 4-3. They then battered us 6-1 at the Vitality later on in that season. Despite going down, they had put 10 goals past us in 2 games. So we need to turn things around against the Cherries here as we head into the third and final game of the episode. We look to find some form. We make 4 changes, most of them come in the defence again. Williams, Maguire, Zienkov and Brereton Diaz all coming in. And just 3 minutes in, Awoniyi would have a brilliant chance. Brereton Diaz finds his strike partner and he drags his shot so wide. I could not believe that went as wide as it did. Awoniyi then does get a shot on target, but Mark Travers saves well down to his right. And already I'm getting a bit frustrated. 20 minutes in, the Cherries would have their first attack of the game and, well, they would open the scoring, as they would. Kolpani with a beautiful finish, ice in his veins as he lofts the ball over Henderson for his first goal of the season. And that is a tidy finish. We would look to respond 28 minutes in. Again, those two, Diaz and Awoniyi linking up. and a one-year shot is saved by Travers as he slides in on his knees. It's a great save from the keeper. Brereton Diaz then found with all sorts of space in the box, 12 yards out, but his shot is saved by Travers. And I'm beginning to think that we're never going to get past this keeper. Outrageous save after outrageous save from the Bournemouth shot stopper, and then deep into injury time in the first half, Bournemouth have a corner. It gets cleared, but we don't deal with it, and then they turn into prime Barca with this one-touch passing. You just know, when that's happening. I know as a FIFA player, you're going to concede. You just know it. And of course, we conceded on the stroke half time. We're now 2-0 down. I don't know how this game is 2-0. Awoniyi has a shot blocked in the box in the second half. Brooks tries to kill the game, but Henderson makes a brilliant save to keep it at 2-0. 20 minutes to go, Brereton Diaz is found again inside the box with so much space, and his shot goes so wide again. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Farmer with a great tackle in the box. Awoniyi, so much space, puts it over. And at this point, I'm just thinking, this is getting ridiculous now. I don't really understand. Johnson, with a few minutes to go, blazes a shot over into Rosed. You will tell by the title, the topic of today, I don't think I believe in scripting in FIFA, and I don't want to, but when I tell you that I just felt like the game was against me here, every shot I had, Travers made 2 or 3 saves, particularly in the first half, but how many chances did we have? Diaz twice in the box, Awoniyi twice in the box, Johnson in the box, and they didn't even test the keeper. They went wide, and I don't understand how that happens. As we look at the stats here, 4.2 expected goals, and we didn't score 1. I just felt like the game was against me, and I know that you lot will know that feeling as well. It happens from time to time, but I was so frustrated because the Bournemouth got a late goal there, and we lost 3-0. I just don't understand how that game unfolded. I was so frustrated by the end of it because I could just tell what was happening. After that, first Awoniyi chance 3 minutes in, and he's driven it so far wide. Yeah, very, very frustrating indeed. We're sat in 14th, and we keep inconsistent. 12 points after 11 games. It's not good enough, and we're quite a way off the top 4 already. As we are going to round off November in the next episode, and then go into a busy December period. But let me know in the comments, do you believe in scripting? Do you think it occurs in FIFA? Let me know in the comments. If you're enjoying the series, drop it a like. And as always, have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next episode very soon.